Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of 3 Neon Dynasty Kamigawa draft. Alright, Shigeki, let's see what it does. 2 mana, 1/3, pay 2, return it to its owner's hand, reveal top 4, put a land card from among them on the battlefield so it ramps, and then you can channel it and return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. Huh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this card's great. So it's like a weird ramp effect. And so you can, like, chump block with it, then ramp. This is a weird card. I kind of like it, though. Otherwise, yeah, Twisted Embrace, some very good removals. Selfless Samurai is an excellent card. I like the Naturalist. Repel the Vile is very playable. Quite a few very playable things in here, I feel like. This Ember Keeper is an interesting card. Probably pretty good for aggro. Tales of Master Sashiro played better than I expected it to. Still haven't come across the crap, but I think it's a good card. But yeah, let's take Shigeki. It enters tapped, so it's a little bit of a slow ramp, but that's okay. Now in green we have Careful Cultivation, which I think is good. Jukai Trainee. Intercessor's Rest is good removal. Thirst for Knowledge is good card draw. Probably works well alongside ramp as well. I might just take the removal spell. I'm not sure yet. It's tough to go wrong with a removal spell that you can dig up. That's also an enchantment, so it just synergizes with a lot of things in this format. And it deals with vehicles. It deals with anything. It deals with planeswalkers. Just a very good catch-all removal spell. So I think I'll take it. What's this do? It is a weird card. Look at top 5, exile 1. You can play it for free if it's a cheap instant sorcery. Otherwise, you put it in your hand. Well, it is an instant, but you only get 1 card out of it. Not that impressed. All right, follow-up pick. So now in green, we have Commune with Spirits, which I don't really care about. I think the Seismic Wave is a good card. Otherwise, Spirited Companion is obviously a solid card. 2-drop, 1/1. Might be smart to just go for the removal, though. Because this also just kills X1s. This is a great card. I'd probably just take it until we see what's, completely open. That channel ability is incredibly strong on Shigeki. You just get a ton of cards back, and it's not even, it's not even like permanent cards. You just get all your removal back, instant speed too. Really cool. Let's take the Seismic Wave. I feel okay about that. Okay. So Explosive Entry, I do think is main deckable, but here's Soul Transfer. Probably want this one, so we'll just take all the removal spells. That's all right. 3 mana, sorcery, exile a creature or planeswalker, or you can return, or you can do both if you have enchantment and artifact. Futurist Operative is a cool card. I want to see more of this. Explosive Entry is definitely main deckable. I still like Disruption Protocol despite not actually playing with or against it yet. I'm going to take Soul Transfer. We'll figure out what we're doing, I promise. All right, so this is weird because it's a 2 mana. You can turn any creature into a 1/1, or you can buff a creature as well. Both options are pretty good. I might just take Ninja's Kunai because it's colorless and we don't know what color we are. We're 4 different colors right now. But this has just been a solid removal spell, and I do like it quite a bit, especially since it's colorless. But you can even, you can throw that Kunai at your opponent's face as well. So what's not to like? So 3 pretty excellent removal spells, and then a pretty excellent rare, and then a Kunai that can go in any of those decks. That's a good start, I think. Now there's a bunch of blue spells in here. Thirst for Knowledge. Do we just go 5 color already? 5 color Shrines? Maybe now's the time. Otherwise, I can take Greater Tanuki. I still like this card. Then we have Shigeki. This ramps and fixes. Ramps, fixes is also a good win con. Or we could just take card draw and legitimately go 5 color. I mean, I definitely think this is the best one, but you have to be running quite a few artifacts to not have to discard two as well. Like, I don't think it's as good as the one from Crimson Vow. That name is escaping me right now. I'm going to take the Tanuki. I like this card. I think it's legitimate. Channel in general is a very strong mechanic, I feel. Basically, this one doesn't even feel overpriced on both sides, because instant speed ramp for 3 it seems okay to me, and 6 mana 6/5 trample also seems okay. So neither side feels particularly overpriced. Might just take Master's Rebuke here. Feel pretty good about it. The Long Reach of Night. Oh yeah, so they either have to sack or discard, and you get a 0/4 menace that's bigger for each creature in their graveyard. Probably not bad. I like this Moonsnare Specialist. This is a cool card too. Ninjutsu, and it bounces things. I like it. What's crazy about the Ninjutsu on this one is if you have enough mana, can't you just like keep Ninjutsuing? I'm pretty sure you can. So you can just like keep bouncing. That card's actually insane if you have enough mana. Scheduled Courtyard. Another Moonsnare Specialist. Do I just take it? Because I'm not interested in this. This is okay, but not that great. This is only for creatures of a certain type. I'll just take this. If you have a cheap enough ninjutsu effect, like I said, you can just keep paying 5 and like bouncing things. I mean, maybe it's not that broken, but it does seem pretty good. So we're legitimately 5 color now. That's worrisome. We can take Repel the Vial. This is definitely playable removal. Geothermal Kami doesn't really excite me that much. Or we could just take a colorless vehicle, but not really feeling that either. I'll take the removal till we really nail down what colors we are. Okay. So the Modern Age is pretty good to see late. You get to loot a couple times and then come back as a 2/3 flyer. Or we could just take the Trainee because we already... I think at this point we're probably green, so maybe just take this and hold off until we see what our second color is. The Mnemonic Sphere is good, though. Imperial Subduer is fine. Doesn't seem super likely we're going to be a beatdown deck, but it's playable. I don't really want the Commune with Spirits. This is good for Ninjutsu. And I guess we'll take this. I mean, I think the blue card's better. Another chance to get Futurist Operative or Kitsune Ace is kind of whatever. Ancestral Katana. Well, guess we do have a Samurai already. Snake Druid, I like it. Another Samurai. All right. Who knows? Maybe we will end up some sort of green-white Samurai deck. More late blue. I'll take the Decoy just in case we don't end up with enough early game and we don't quite know what our second color is. All right. It kind of feels like blue. I mean, Mnemonic Sphere is just a good card, I think. Invoke Justice. So return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then distribute 4+1/+1 counters among any... This card is really good. 4 white might not be the easiest to cast, but that is strong. Otherwise, in green... Got another Trainee, a Preserver, Heir of the Ancient Fang. Hotshot Mechanic is totally playable. We've got the Regent's Authority. Let's just take Invoke Justice, and maybe at this point we can commit to white-green. I admit, I seem to play white-green a lot, but that's... I mean, we did get rares on color with it, so hard not to. All right, choices here. So we can take the Death Toucher. There's a Samurai, which is actually kind of useful because I can find Plains cards. Gravelighter in black. Merge Keeper is ramp spell. It doesn't really help us cast Invoke Justice, though. Otherwise, Samurai. But I'd probably rather have... It's typically good to have ramp. All right, I guess I'm taking the ramp. Admittedly, like I said, we don't have much to ramp into right now. I guess Shigeki's channel ability wants you to ramp. Okay. But ramp ability in limited is typically good. All right, what do you do? 4 mana, 5/5 menace. When it enters battlefield, deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control. Well, it's kind of a vehicle build around. I don't know if we want that. Could take another Tanuki. We already have a couple ramps, so that seems okay to me. Plus, technically, we could still splash like a bomb where you get passer open at this point. I like the Bamboo Grove Archer, but let's get some more top end that I'm okay with a useful channel ability. All right, Skyblessed Samurai. What's our enchantment count's only 4 right now. Favor of Jukai. It's more of a combat trick. I like the Samurai well and good enough. Or Repel the Vile, more removal, because currently we just have a Master's Rebuke, an Intercessor's Arrest, and a Repel the Vile, so we only have 3 removal spells. Might be a decent argument to take another Repel the Vile, because I definitely think it's good enough to main deck, probably even in multiples. Just because there's a lot of enchantments. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to speculate that it's good enough. We'll have to play to really find out, but I speculate that it's definitely good enough. All right, Befriending the Moths, you get a 2/4 flyer, you get some evasion going, that's good. Probably just have to take another arrest, but I like this Harmonious Emergence a lot. I mean, this is also, at worst, a 4 mana, 4/5 Vigilance Haste that enters tapped, which is just fine. I mean, granted, you have to put it on a land, but I think that price is worth it for a 4/5 Vigilance Haste. I mean, 4/5 Vigilance is a big old body. Fang of Shigeki, I think, you know what, probably makes sense for us. Cheap, can trade. It just makes sense. Buys us time. So I can take another trainee, but I'd rather have the companion because it's just better. Just extra card advantage is just good. Trainee is a samurai, however, for Katana, but to be honest, I don't really want to have to play. I don't want to have to play Katana. This is a bizarre deck so far. We need something a little... I mean, Invoke Justice is good. Invoke Justice is really good with, like, Tanuki, especially if you're channeling to get a white mana to cast Justice to bring it back and then buff it and make it huge. That's actually really cool. Intervention will take some more removal. That's fairly efficient. Oh, we have the Kunai for removal, too. That's pretty good. All right. I like the Preserver quite a bit. Modifies creatures, modifies itself. So 4 mana, 4/4 at worst. Otherwise, you can channel it, buff a couple things. It's a good card. Combat trick that's also a good body on its own. Yeah, I mean, that's just good. We need something a little more explosive, I admit. I guess I can take the Samurai here. Can find land at worst, or it's a 5 mana, 4/4 Vigilance, which is good. Otherwise, Exemplar is fine too, but I'd rather have this. Okay, I can take another one. I think we have enough low end. I'm okay with this. 5 mana, 4/4 Vigilance is a fine body. And the channel effect is pretty useful. All right. Light the Way, combat trick. Probably don't need another decoy. I don't even know if we're playing the first one necessarily. It's a late Moonsnare Specialist. All right, I'm going to take the Emergence. Exemplar's fine. It attacks okay. I mean, I guess it'll let us attack with our... I just feel like we have the ramp to support a little more of a mid-range plan, but like I said, we need something a little more explosive. Wow, Tezzeret, huh? Roaring Earth, there we go. This is what I consider an explosive card. You play it early. It, turns all your excess lands into buff. Modifies your creatures as well, or you channel it and it turns into a huge hasty finisher, as long as you can do basic math and figure out not to tap the thing you're trying to put it on. All right. So, good chance we won't need the decoy, I'm guessing. We'll see. Do I have any incentive to play artifacts? I'm not sure that I do. All right, well, there's that. Thousand Face Shadow's cool. Mothrider Patrol's not bad. I could play another Tanuki, probably, or we could take 3 Repel the Vials. Seems a little excessive. I mean, this card's cool because it's a 1-drop that can tap things, but I mean, tapping things is useful. Shrine Steward, do we have auras in here? I'm not sure that we do. Oh, we do. We have Intercessor's Arrest. All right, Shrine Steward suddenly gets a lot better when it's a thing that finds removal that's also a decent body that we can ramp into. I mean, we want the card advantage here, so. Persona. Oh, yeah, this is a weird card. I don't think it's worth splashing anyway. So when this attacks, return target creature or vehicle. I mean, we have quite a few things we can bring back with that. So that's actually not bad. Otherwise, we could take the Grove Archer. I mean, we have a lot of top end, so Grove Archer is good in that it randomly kills things sometimes and it blocks well. Admittedly, we could use more evasion, which is a decent argument for the patrol, but guess I'll take the Archer for now. Another Intercessor's Arrest. Hard to go wrong. Another Sunblade Samurai, huh? Probably take another Preserver. Combat Trick that's also a 4/4. This card is just, I like it. Subduer, we already have one. I'm not really interested in it. I don't think. We're not really a Samurai deck. Oh, whatever, I'll take this. Lucky Offering, we want the Cultivation. We have a lot of top end, and Cultivation's a great card for that, to help with that. Because then our ramp is looking pretty legitimate. All right, Thornwood Falls, I guess. What does that take the Authority for Combat Trick? I don't know. Another Authority. Puppet. We don't have a lot of counter stuff, though, do we? We have some. I just don't think it's going to happen. So the main issue with this deck is we basically... Well, it's okay. I mean, we don't have much evasion. Our removal is actually just fine. We didn't get any sagas. It's kind of weird. There's some weird stuff going on with this deck. I don't think we got anything super bomby enough where I feel great about that, but removal is there. Card advantage, that's usually the issue with green-white is card advantage. I mean, we've got... yeah, we've got the Shigeki. It's a good way to get card advantage. I mean, Bear of Memory, I guess, is something to invest our mana into. Mana Sink. Yeah, they're probably okay in here, to be honest. It's just like a means to invest your mana in something, because we have plenty of enchantment creatures. I doubt we're going to need the Subduers. I guess I'm still okay with the Emergence. Hastiness really makes it. Yeah. So, not a bad deck, not an insanely good deck either. So it says 17 creatures, but this is also a creature, and this is a creature. So really we have like 19 at the moment. Maybe even more than that. Is there one that I'm missing? Oh yeah, this is a creature too. So really we have like 20 creatures. So we can cut the subduers. I don't think that's part of the plan. So now we're down to like 18. Could probably cut the Samurai. I don't think that we'll need him when we have 3 2-drop ramps. But it can find white mana for Invoke Justice. That's true. But I'd rather have the Preservers for the combat trick aspect of them. I guess we don't have to play the Archer. I actually like Archer. I think it's very good. Might be better as a sideboard card since you can blow up flyers with it too. And we have a good amount of early game where we probably don't need it, but you never know. So what are we? We're down to 17 now. Maybe 2 Bearer of Memories we don't need. We could probably go to 16. 15 if we cut a Samurai. So maybe I'm a little more on board with that. So this is 15. And then we've got Light the Way we can cut. We don't need that. We've got plenty of removal, right? We got Kunai, Intervention, Rebuke. 3 arrests, that's 6, 7, 8. So one more cut. Could cut the Samurai and go to 14 creatures. I don't mind keeping our removal count fairly high. But I kind of like having things to ramp into with our 3. This is a weird ramp effect, though. It doesn't quite ramp the way you expect it to. It's not bad. Just doesn't quite ramp the way. Just hits a little bit different. What do we get rid of? I mean, it could get rid of the trainee. It blocks so well, and it can attack. It's hard to get rid of that one. Samurai kind of feels like the one to get rid of, but like I said, it's. We need 4 white mana. Huh. I don't want to get rid of these. I think they are actually going to be pretty good. I could go to 14 creatures. I don't love that idea though. But what's my worst creature? I feel like my worst creature is actually the trainee. Just because Spirit of Companion at least draws me a card too. All right, we'll cut the trainee. Could be punishing. We'll see. But I guess this is how we're running it. All right. Another green-white deck. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, we'll play first. 3 white mana and this. No, we probably got them all that. All right, this one we can keep. And I guess now we'll ditch the... I guess the Samurai? Even though the Samurai comes down sooner than the Greater Tanuki, but we can also use this to ramp in a pinch if we have to. And find... Yeah, that's true. Alright. Well, at least our opponent mulled too. That's helpful. All right. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I guess eventually Bear of Memory can do something for me. Who knows? Maybe it is better to trade with the Samurai. We'll see. Huh, okay. Fox Advisor. So, oh, it's a warrior too. Well, I'm gonna intervention it now. Just because I feel like that card's pretty useful against our Tanuki as a means to like tap. Plus it's evasive. Repel the Vial. Well, technically it does do something. Still just gonna hang out for now. Got a 1-mana aura in there? Huh. No kidding. I guess I can take 3. I mean, this is a tough one because I think I am blocking here. I can't really afford to take this damage. So I am going to block here. It might be Wanderer's Intervention or something, but I'll just have to accept the trade. Yeah, I mean, we still get a 2-for-1 out of it. I'm just going to have to be okay with that. Shrine Steward. No, there's a good draw. So we can play that. Oh. Oh, we're taking Emergence for sure. That's a good body. Oh, I should have attacked first. That was a mistake. I should have attacked first because I would have threatened the pump. I didn't think about that, but that would have been much smarter. Oh, that was a good draw. So we want to definitely cast Emergence on a forest because we need the 4 white for our Invoke Justice nonsense. I mean, I could technically attack with the Shrine Steward too. I'm alright with that. cool that this has trample when you pump it too, or gives trample. They even get anything back? I didn't even look. Yeah, they can get the synthesizer back, so. Well, we don't need to show that, but that would have looked pretty good there, getting back just a billion different cards. Yeah, Shigeki, just hand refiller. At least it's a good stalemate breaker. All right, so opponent, I mean, Repel the Vile definitely looks good against him. It deals with this thing, it deals with that thing, although dealing with that thing's not that amazing, I guess. Deals with this. To be honest, it's maybe not as amazing as I want it to be. At least running two of them. But do I have something better? Could run another Samurai instead of a Repel the Vile. We also, it's not like we've seen every card in their deck. We only saw the first, you know, however many cards, so could still be useful. It's nice to just have removal sometimes too. And actually, Repel the Vile is not terrible against Befriending the Moths. They like make something bigger. I mean, to be honest, I don't really see a lot of other sexy things to bring in. Bamboo Grove Archer doesn't really do that much. It stops a Moth Rider Patrol. It still trades with their 2-drop or whatever. Well, I guess it stops a 2/4 from attacking. Are they, I mean, they're aggro colors. They look like they're trying to be aggressive too. And I feel like we should be able to beat the late game, so maybe it is smarter to try and beat them late, like bring in a reach creature. Maybe since Companion doesn't look great here. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I like Companion a lot, but it doesn't actually block like anything they had. It's basically 2 mana, draw a card, and get a worthless body that won't do anything for you. I think that's the main problem. This hand's fine. 4 mana, 4/4, baby. Curving out. All right. So if it goes to game 3, I guess I'll cut the Repel the Vials, probably. So I think we'll rest this. Deny here, and then pass. Would have made more sense. Well, I mean, if they have a buff spell, it's fine. Otherwise, I think it would have made more sense to do the Ronin, because then that would have forced me to kunai it. But if they have a buff spell, like I said, then they're perfectly fine. I'm actually going to let it resolve. Guess I still get a loot though, huh? But I did prevent some damage to myself. Kind of up in the air whether that was actually better or not. So we'll be able to repel the moth when it comes out. I guess that's good. And I have an arrest. I guess that's good. Basically, I'm hoping the average card in my deck is better than the average card in their deck. Is that what my hope is? Oh, that's a good one. It's just a spirit. All right, let's get this. Because the 2/4 Moth's not going to be able to attack right away anyway, so. Shrine Steward down, and we'll get... I guess we get Emergence again, actually, don't we? I think so. We gotta play it patient here. We don't have any artifacts to bring back, so that's good. Oh, Invoke Justice. Well, eventually we'll be able to bring that back. So we got to repel the moth for now. So now I think we're going to repel the probably Heiko would be my guess on what they're going to put it on. We'll see. Oh, well, putting it on that is fine as well. That's cool. No attacks yet. Just setting up for now. Guess I could have attacked with the steward too, maybe, but who knows? Maybe they just take this. Oh, I guess I probably could have killed him there. No need to play the Tanuki into a farewell or whatever. I guess they could kill us with the 10 damage to an opponent thing or whatever. All right, well, we got there. See you round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. Oh, yeah. Looks good. Well, I guess we do it. We're going to miss a trigger, but it's all right. Goro, huh? That's a good one. So Peerless Samurai can make... Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, unfortunately, otherwise they're going to start spitting out dragons, so I guess we'll do that. Not an enchantment creature, as it turns out. Well, I guess I can exile that, so... Because it has to deal damage to get the indestructible counter from it on it. Okay. Well, it would have exiled even if it had indestructible, so... I guess that's fine. I'm at 8. Might be best to just play it patient here. Because we have another Greater Tanuki in hand, so... And if they're removal, they can still attack with the Samurai. But if they don't have removal, look okay. Oh, it's got menace. That gives it menace, I see. I think I just double blocked the Samurai, because then I'm threatening a lot of lethal damage. Because Bear of Memory can give trample. I think we just go for the kill here. Take 6 and hope they don't have a pump spell. So they look very aggressive, which tells me I want to convert into a more protective stance here. So we probably want these dudes and maybe ditch like Bearer. Not that it's bad, it's just 3 mana, 3/2 body is probably going to take too long. Do I still want multiple Repel the Vials? Well, yeah. Especially if they're playing auras. And they have enchantment stuff somewhere, right? I guess this one... I mean, they have it technically, so that's enough for me. And I guess in a pinch it could kill a dragon. So... I could cut like a Samurai. That probably is fine. I think the Preservers make more sense. They're a little easier to get down. Spirited Companion's not great, again, because we really don't have... Two mana 1/1 that draws is not remarkably good. Maybe I cut that instead and keep the Samurai just in case I need land for some reason. Okay. Yeah, this looks fine, actually. Admittedly, a little bit clunky, but... At least Merge Keeper I can use to get a land off Tanuki if I can't draw land. And that'll at least get us to a turn 4 Preserver. Now I can do turn 3 Preserver if they don't have removal. Which is not bad. Turn 3, 4, 4, possible turn 4, 4, 5 Vigilance, Haste attacking. Alright. Might have to use Tanuki, I'm okay with that. Right. So we could do intervention. I think it's probably worth our time since we're only getting hit for 1 damage here to just do the Tanuki. And I guess we do technically want a second green so we can eventually cast our other one. Oh. Well, I can arrest that. Actually, yeah, that's totally fine. So I'll end up doing that. And I get a 2 for 1 out of it, so. And they don't have that many cards left, so this is okay. So technically, I do need 4 white, but I need 2 green. I mean, I could get the white too. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a... But based on my hand, I probably get the green, I guess. All right, cultivation is not bad, but let's just do the arrest now so we nip this problem in the bud. And then I can go cultivation plus intervention. I can go preserver. These are all good options. Maybe it makes more sense to do it. Well, you get the land back, right? Okay. Oh, I put it on. I'm like, why is this taking so long? Full control. Uh-oh, exile, huh? All right. I think we're still, to be honest, in pretty good shape. All right. Ooh, modified creature, nice. Good value. Trainee, I think we want the cultivation. We don't have lethal next turn anyway, so I think I'm okay with this. All right. That's going to be good. Oh, it's when it leaves the battlefield, though, huh? Wow, okay. I can wait on that. Which is fine. They chose not to, so it's okay too. They are going to get a 2-2 out of this, but it doesn't actually matter. We have our 4th planes if we ever get Invoke Justice. All right, we'll see if we're round 3. Well, this one we better not risk keeping. It's a little dangerous. As much as I want to keep it, this one we'll have to keep. And I guess we'll ditch the Samurai. Because at least Companion comes down, draws, and I have a Kunai equipped target. That's not bad. Hotshot Mechanic. Well, Hotshot Mechanic at least makes my Companion look a lot better. Well, what do I want to do here? Can do the cultivation. Leave up intervention. I mean, this isn't bad either, because it can ramp. What do I want to do here? I don't really want to use an intervention on a mechanic, but I can in a pinch. Merge Keeper game modified. Let's just hang out. Because if they want to pay 3 mana to be able to attack me, that's really not that bad either. Guess I just kill this. Then we'll do this. All right. So I kind of don't even want to make Shigeki vulnerable. Although, yeah, that's true. With Invoke Justice, maybe I don't even have to worry about that. That's true. Unless it gets exiled. But right now it can bring back so many good things. I don't even think it's worth risking it, honestly. Wow. That was a early concession. So once again, playing an aggro deck, we have a good sideboard for it. We bring in the cheap stuff, put out probably Bearer. We still, like I said, want to keep a good amount of aggro stuff here. Repel still looks good. I mean, whether it's against Born to Drive or Katana. Admittedly, it's a little bit clunky, but it's just, I feel like it's important to have a good amount of removal, too. Wish it don't, none of those are enchantments. I guess Born to Drive kind of is, but they probably have a lot of vehicles in there, though, which would also make the Repel to Vial probably good, because the vehicles are probably big. I don't know. Possibly. So do I want to cut the Samurai instead? Okay with it? Okay. Probably still have enough to ramp into, I presume. This looks good. Archer, Rebuke. Some early removal. Land draw there was pretty timely. Fang of Shigeki is actually not bad either. Because at least I can play Fang and rebuke something. Well, I can't equip it, so. Alright, let's just... I mean, best use of mana is Shigeki and Rebuke the Subduer, I would say. When they're tapped out. It just makes it so we can't even get 2 for 1. Then next turn I can play the Emergence. Because I've got nothing better to do here. I suppose I can attack with Fang too, but it's probably too dangerous. We don't need to. So I could possibly exile it. Like I said, I could have attacked, but it's probably not worth it if they have kill spell end of turn plus, I don't know, equip and bring something big in. Sure. It's the second time I've had my land that's supposed to be getting indestructible get exiled instead. Alright, well, the good news is we have the answer to that, and Repel is a good one, so... Alright, I guess we'll get in. I don't want to. It's probably dangerous. I probably should have kept it back, to be honest. I'm just going to keep it back. They're going to rip a creature at some point. I think I just hang out. I feel like we have the better top decks, so I'm supposed to just be doing this patiently for now. At least my other two dudes can attack, so feel okay about that. Ah. Well, alright. That was probably dangerous once again. I needed to leave the Fang back for the next creature. Well, they could have. That was weird. They could have given that haste, I guess. So. Yeah, this is just kind of awkward. Do I want to arrest a samurai? Guess not really. I don't know what to tell you, not really. I'm like waiting for the big thing. There's the big thing. I mean, still plenty of fatties left. And Invoke Justice in here somewhere. Still just kind of patiently waiting for... I would think our average top deck's better, but... There we go. Can I might actually miss on this. No, I don't think we'll miss, but I'm not going to get what I want. Yeah. It's not exactly what I want. I can still use it as a land, unfortunately. All right, well, Repel of Vile's actually pretty good. Hopefully whatever they play is something I can repel if it's a big creature. I mean, we got that Invoke Justice mana, that's good. Haven't used it this whole draft, but right now I could get a Harmonious Emergence. That'd be a pretty good one. Oh yeah, Spirited Companion, that's a good one. Guess I can't repel that. Well, that's cool. All right. Well, ended up getting the draft. It was a weird one because I didn't think our deck was exceptional. We had a couple powerful cards in there, but did we even, I mean, we didn't even play Invoke Justice, which I would argue is probably the strongest one in the deck. Res for any permanent. And we didn't even use our we didn't use either of our rares. So we didn't even really get to try out the rares, but hey, if there's anything I've learned, you never complain about wins. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. Also, play Neo if you want 3 free packs. I already typed mine in, I just didn't open them yet. Play Neo. Play Neo. All right. Pack one, pick one. So this is gain 2 life, look at top 3, exile face down with a hatching. Oh yeah, this is a weird card. So when the egg or a dragon control dies, you can cast a creature spell from among cards you own in exile with hatching. Okay. This one feels a little clunky, but you do gain life. Look at top 3. It's only when it dies. And it's not like you're going to easily have other dragons in here. So I'm not so sure about that one. But that being said, based on this pack, maybe just take it. You can pay without paying its mana cost. I guess that's cool. All right. We try it. Give her the old college try. All right. Lizard Blades is a pretty slick one. Good aggro card, double strike creature that gives cheap double strike. Or we could take removal, but I'd go with the Lizard Blades. That's pretty strong. Takanuma. So this one, mill 3, return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. This is pretty good utility, I would say. The red one hasn't impressed me, but that one does. Otherwise, Behold the Unspeakable is a sweet card. But I'd probably go with the land, just because it's, you know, it's always hard to make cuts at the end. And the fact that this is just free in the deck, pretty good ability, I'd probably just take it. I think the lands, for the most part, are pretty solid. All right, March of Burgeoning Life. All right, this is part of that cycle. So choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature. Put it on the battlefield tapped. Well, that's cool. So instant speed, find a creature. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. And there's nothing else. Oh, that's not true. Kami's Flare. But this finding any creature in your deck is pretty good. Even if it enters tapped. That's some good utility. I mean, there are certainly times where being able to find a particular creature completely alters the board state. So yeah, I'd probably take that. instant speed too, so you can like, flash it out at the end of your opponent's turn. Get an attack with it on your turn. So this is a weird one. Lets you, I mean, it's actually not bad. It's totally fine. It's card advantage in red. It's just, I'd probably rather do Reckless Impulse probably, but you have until your next turn, so. Yeah, and you have to exile. This one's a little tougher because you don't get it back. I might take removal over that, actually. Flame Discharge is pretty excellent. All right. Mindlink Mech. This one's pretty cool. 3 mana, 4/3 flyer. When it's crewed for the first time, it becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it, except it's 4/3 flyer. So if you have like attack effects or anything like that, and it only crews for 1, this is a great rare. Yeah, I would take that. That's an example of a really good vehicle. All right, here, I mean, we could take the Ninja Lord. It makes sense. There's nothing else terribly exciting here. Invoke Despair. So target, yeah, this card's actually insane. I read it wrong the first time, but it's target opponent attacks a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. But then you also get to do that for enchantments and planeswalkers. So they probably end up sacking a creature, sacking an enchantment, and then they lose 2 life and you draw a card. That's very good value for 5 mana. And once again, nothing else super exciting in that pack. And finally, ooh, an actual 3-color card. 3 mana, 3/4. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, ability triggers an additional time. So obviously good with like the samurai effects, but could just take a Oblivion Ring that's way easier to cast, less committal. It makes more sense to me. And I would definitely take the Oblivion Ring over the Intercessor's Arrest, even though this technically deals with more things. But this also has the channel effect, which is really nice. Yeah, I'd take Touch of the Spirit Realm. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.